Good evening friends, welcome to your Learner 171's channel. Let us discuss analysis for tomorrow, that is Wednesday 7th of June 2023. But as you know, before going any further, we will discuss analysis for today. That is what we discussed yesterday for today. So we had a pretty good scenario. We explained all the three scenarios clearly, where we mentioned that agar flat खुल के ऊपर break करेगा pump, right? This lower high pump. If this pump is broken, only then we are interested in long, and if it is not breaking this pump and going for negative price action, we will avoid. And you may have seen it very clearly why we will avoid, because we also mentioned it yesterday. If you check yesterday's video too, mentioned it very clearly. This 3 days ka range, 3 days ka consolidation, this sideways movement for the last 3 days, this will act as support, and you may see from here a good pump came. Now again, another thing is if you see this movement, आज जब से निफ्टी 9:15 बजे खुला from 9:15, right? This is where it opened. This was the first candle, right? From the first candle itself, it tried to be sort of a good bullish, right? But still a negative price action. And from here also, if you would have seen, there is a good shorting opportunity below this low, right? Even if you went here, came inside here, what was this low? This was 18,580, right? 18,582 for a round figure. Yeah, say 18,580 we can consider. Even if one entered from here, what was the day's low? Day's low is 18,580 say, this is 18,532, 50 points, right? 50 points is good. Even if you keep on scalping, even if you see for intraday, it is good. But again, what we say that for negative price action, one needs to respect the lower lows, right? For negative trend, downwards trend, we need LLs, lower lows. For positive trend, we need HH, that is higher high. You may see this pump was not getting broken. See, it is making lower low. Again, further, rather than going down, it took support from this previous 3 days range. It took support from here, made a sideways movement from here, and from this sideways, we always discuss that for downward movement, we need this kind of price action. For upward movement, we need this kind of price action. But whenever price action enters in this zone, whenever price action is entering this zone, right? The one where I created this rectangle, this kind of zone is what we are not expecting, right? Look at here. This was a clear-cut sign that a reversal may come, right? This was a clear-cut sign that a reversal may come. And what just happened? Let me just delete it. From here, it kept on going sideways. You may see that this pump ने इस lower high के पास आने की कोशिश की, but again it didn't came. So if one wasn't shorting, it is still one can understand, right? But again a negative price action, again a positive, again a negative, again a positive, and now you may see the pump is getting broken. This was again a good opportunity for someone who had shorted here from here to protect the capital, right? To have their gains. And if they wouldn't have booked out here, you may see that now finally the pump came on. Now finally the strong buying came on, and which would have taken on all the put profits. How? Even if you compare from today's 18,600 PE, see, it had a good pump, and again all the pump is given down. जहाँ से शुरू हुआ था, what was today? Today it was 9:15. What is the 9:15 candles opening? 56. What is the closing? 43. Draining everything that it achieved all the way to 88. And look at 18,600 C. It again pumped. Even if we compare both the C's from Friday's closing, when was Friday's closing? It was somewhere here, 2nd of June. Okay. So what is the closing? 66. From Friday's closing to today, the 18,600 C is now at 61. That is 5 points down, right? 5 points decayed from Friday's closing till today. Where is 18,600 P now? From Friday's closing, it was 101. And what is today's closing? 43. It is 60 points down. Even in this C, why we are considering 18,600? Because spot had stayed closer to this price, right? It went to 18,500. Sometimes it went to 18,660. Since when? Since 5th of June. Since 5th of June, we are seeing that. Not even 5th of June. Even if we see how many days? Last 2 days. Okay, 5th of June, and again this, what is this? 18,532. It tried again pumping. Since last 2 days, coming back again to this 5 minutes frame, the price is staying closer to this, and we may see that 18,600 C, the way it is pumping immediately, 18,600 PE is not dumping immediately. And again, we have seen that we have closed flat, right? 5-6 points up, which is again a flat closing. The analysis again pretty much stays the similar, just the way it was yesterday. Now, what is the analysis? You may know that since how many days? Since Monday के 29th May से आज तक till 6th of June, we are in this zone where 18,660 is not being broken and 18,460 is not being broken, right? ऊपर रेसिस्टेंस ब्रेक नहीं हो रहा 18660 का और नीचे सपोर्ट ब्रेक नहीं हो रहा 18460 का. इनफैक्ट आई वुड से दैट ओनली नाउ 18660 or 70 gets broken and sustained on days, right? Then there is a strong momentum for buying upwards. Like we will see different scenarios, but again, if 18660, 670 on the safer side, you may also say 18680. Why? From here, whichever the short sellers were active, if day's candle is closing above this point, many would unwind, many would still unwind, many would still have kept their positions open, seeing that ki Nifty is still in the range, right? So that is the reason any closing above this point, above 18670, 80 would give a good opportunity for pumping. And again, any closing below 18460 on days frame, this we have discussed many a times. If it closes here, there is again a good shorting opportunity for few further points. We will discuss if this happens on days frame. But what for intraday? Intraday के लिए क्या? The scenario is pretty much same. If we open flat and start pumping up above 18660, right? If we open flat, start pumping up above 18660, then this candle, what is this candle's low? The SL is becoming again way too bigger, right? SL is becoming way too bigger. But that is the reason with flat, if we can sustain with a positive price action, there can be a good scalping opportunity till 18700, 18720, 740, right? If positive price action sustains. Remember, whenever I say positive price action, this is what I mean. This is what I call positive price action. This is what I keep on saying in each and every videos also, right? Where while going in uptrend, the higher highs are maintained and the low of this higher highs are not breaking previous highs. That is the reason they are called higher highs, right? And rather than going higher highs, if they start going this way, if they start making this kind of movement, then we will simply exit, right? As long as the structure is maintained, that is what we see. So if a flat opening or agar high break karta hai, makes a positive price action, high यानी क्या 18660 is being broken, positive price action is sustained, we are again interested in a long journey, right? A long journey to see whether price sustains above 18700, 720 and so on, as long as higher highs price action is going on. Flat opening again going down, you may remember what I said yesterday, we are not interested for shorting, right? Now what can happen is flat khulti, agar if it keeps on coming down, now the supports which are again and again tempted have the probability of being broken, right? The supports which are again and again tested has more probability of getting broken, क्योंकि बार बार सपोर्ट के पास आ रहा है. सेम लॉजिक इज एप्लीकेबल फॉर रेजिस्टेंस टू. दैट इज द रीजन प्रीवियसली आई मेंशन्ड दैट कि या तो इसके ऊपर डेज कैंडल क्लोज हो जाए या इसके नीचे. That is the reason from 18530 if it goes down, there is a possibility it can come to 18460 and all. But again, seeing the scenario, again there is an event coming on, you all may be aware, right? On 8th of June, that is this RBI's event. Now whether it is factored in, not factored in, I do not want to go on that details. We study candlesticks here, right? We discuss candlesticks. So as per candlesticks, what I feel is that if we break this low, right? If we break this low, there is a probability we may keep on coming down, but as long as these supports are maintained, that is the reason with flat opening, if it goes down, we are again living the trade, right? We are again living the trade. Any gap up opening above 1860 or 18665, 18680, closer to 18700, gap up opening, if it retraces down, again pumps up, then I'm interested in the trade to go long. Any gap up opening, if sustained above 18660 for first 15 minutes, any gap up opening if sustained above 18660 with a pumping and positive price action, again I'm interested. Just like yesterday, if a gap up opening above 18660 or let's say a gap up opening happens or be upper at the higher level somewhere closer to 18700, right? 18700 के आसपास अगर gap up opening हो जाए with a negative price action, at closer to 18700 or above, right? Not uske niche. With a negative price action, then just considering first 15 minutes ka negative candle, first 15 minutes, not 5 minutes. If first 15 minute candles becomes negative, then I would be interested in shorting just till the closing of this 18617, right? If a gap up opening above 18700 happens, right? That kind of gap up opening, because then it would be a good profit booking at least for intraday. So if that kind of high gap up opening happens with a negative price action on 15 minutes, the high of the candle can be considered SL. If SL is getting hit, then I'm immediately exiting that trade. I'm not interested in shorting then. But agar उसके पास gap up हो जाता है and there is a negative price action, high of the candle will be SL and we will go for the journey as long as it is coming towards the close. And if it is coming towards the close, we will exit, right? उतना बड़ा gap up होता है तो a smaller gap up closer to 18660 or 18680 with the positive price action, we are interested, right? और उतना बड़ा गैप नहीं होता, any gap up closer to 18,660, 680 and again making a negative price action in this zone, we are living the trade. In flat, we already discussed upward scenario. In flat, if it is going down, we are again living the trade. Why? Because there are so many supports. Though we see the probability that if it keeps on coming down, there is a chances it may break for 18,460. Why? Because the supports which are tested again and again has the probability of getting broken. But just on this theory, just on the basis of one theory, and if the price action is not supporting, right, that is the reason with flat negative opening we are avoiding. What if we open gap down? अभी इतना सब ऊपर जाने के बाद भी if we are opening gap down, if we are opening gap down somewhere closer to 18,500, see, then again somewhere closer to 500, and if positive price action is maintained, right, positive price action is maintained, I would take very smaller quantities, like someone if who is trading in 10 quantities go for 5 quantities, if someone is going for 5 quantities go for 3 or 2 quantities, someone with 2 at least for 1 quantity, right, that way. So that way, if it comes closer to 18,500 and with a positive price action, I'm interested in buying. If it opens gap down, makes a negative price action at 18,500. Okay, if it opens gap down, makes a negative price action at 18,500, I will see that whether that negative price action is maintained for at least 30 minutes. If it opens gap down and a negative price action is maintained, I would see that whether the negative price action is maintained for 30 minutes. This way, if this way the negative price action goes on, where the highs are not broken, then I may consider shorting opportunity, right? Because the buyers that they are showing so much of strength, itni strength dikha ke bhi, if we are opening gap down, and even that gap down is sustained for 30 minutes with lower lows ka price action, then I am interested in shorting opportunity. But if it is sustained with negative price action, gap down hote hi agar positive price action jata hai, then again a long opportunity. This way we have discussed all the 3 probabilities, right? We have completed all the 3 probabilities this way. On that note, I am closing this video. See you in the next video. Thank you so much.